Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to basically cut through all the noise. We sift through sources, articles, notes, whatever we've got. And the goal is always to pull out those, vital nuggets of knowledge, help you get well-informed fast. So, okay, picture this. Quiet evening, maybe some stars out, soft music playing, and you're just sinking into warm, bubbly water right in your own garden. Sounds great, right? But for a lot of people, it feels kind of out of reach. Too expensive, maybe too much hassle, or just, too permanent. But today we're doing a deep dive into how that dream might actually be, doable without those huge installations or waiting forever. We're focusing on one specific product that seems to be making waves for being accessible. It's the Seizeen 65-inch inflatable hot tub. Right, so our mission today, unpack everything, features, benefits, what real customers are saying, and figure out who this kind of portable luxury is really for. Okay, let's unpack this. So to really get it, we need to look under the hood, right? What exactly makes this inflatable hot tub like a potential game changer?
Yeah, that's a great place to start because it's really interesting how it taps into that desire for, luxury and relaxation, but makes it way more accessible. You think about traditional hot tubs, they often need special wiring, plumbing, a permanent spot. It's a big commitment.
Definitely.
Inflatable options like the Seizeen one, they just sidestep all that. You get that no expensive installations or waiting aspect pretty much straight away. It's all about convenience, really, getting that relaxation hit without the long setup.
And you see that convenience baked right into the specs, the basic identity. It's officially the Seizeen inflatable hot tub, though sometimes you might see it called the Seizeen textiline design hot tub or upgraded inflatable hot tub. Lots of names.
Marketing.
Yeah. It's got a 65-inch diameter that's, about 5.5 feet across. So surprisingly roomy for something inflatable. The outer size is roughly 73 by 73 inches. Inner is 57 by 57. And it's just under 28 inches high. Easy enough to step into.
Okay, so decent size.
And capacity, they say 3 to 5 people. Well, it's 211 gallons or 800 liters. It's quite a bit of water.
It is.
But here's the kicker for portability. It only weighs 53 pounds when empty. Net weight. Plus it's compact and the air pump comes off, so you could genuinely move it from the patio to the deck, or even pack it up for a weekend trip maybe. That flexibility is pretty key.
Exactly. That focus on portability right from the start, it changes things. It turns what's normally a fixed thing into something flexible. It sort of democratizes that luxury spa experience. Renters, people who might move, they can actually enjoy this too.
That's a great point. It opens it up.
Yeah, avenues for relaxation that used to be kind of limited by your space or your budget.
Okay, so let's pivot then. What are the features that actually, make that backyard spa dream happen? How does it deliver?
Well, let's start with the instant relaxation bit. This tub has 100 bubble jets, high-powered ones.
Okay, 100 jets?
Yeah. And they're not just random bubbles. The idea is they give you a targeted, soothing massage meant to melt away stress, ease sore muscles after work or exercise. It's about getting that immediate therapeutic feeling.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's not just bubbles, right? There's the temperature control.
Right, the intelligent temperature control system. You can set it anywhere from 86 degrees Fahrenheit up to a nice toasty 104.
104 is pretty standard spa temp.
Exactly. And what's really important here for comfort and for saving energy is the stuff that comes with it. There's an inflatable thermal cover and a lid. These are crucial. They help keep the heat in and maintain that temperature and cut down on heat loss.
Ah, okay. So you're not constantly reheating it. That helps with the energy bill, I bet.
Absolutely. That's key for cost efficiency. And there's more. It apparently has an anti-freeze automatic heating feature.
Anti-freeze, what does that do?
It basically protects the internal parts if the temperature drops. Means you could potentially use it year-round even when it's cooler out. As long as it stays above 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you shouldn't have to worry about damage, which definitely expands when you can use it.
Year-round use is definitely appealing. And it sounds like it needs to be tough if it's sitting outside. What about durability?
Yeah, good question. That brings us to the durable design. The sources talk about an upgraded drop stitch process for the walls.
Drop stitch? Sounds technical.
It kind of is, but basically imagine thousands of tiny threads inside, connecting the top and bottom fabric layers. When you inflate it, those threads pull tight and make the whole thing really rigid, almost like a solid surface.
Yeah.
Combine that with a 3-layer structure and this textiline pattern that's like a strong, weather-resistant woven fabric. And the claim is it has excellent anti-puncture and anti-leak performance. Just what you need for something living outdoors.
Right, you don't want it springing a leak.
Definitely not.
Oh.
And tying into that durability is how easy they say it is to set up effortless setup. They claim it inflates in minutes. One source even said, like, just 3 minutes.
3 minutes? That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, that's the claim, and the convenience part is you just plug it into a regular wall socket, 110, 120 volts. No need for an electrician, which is a huge difference from traditional tubs.
Big cost saving there, too.
For sure. And they include the pump, they call it a 3-in-1 pump, plus the hose. Oh, and even a manual pump, which is interesting. They suggest using the manual one if the automatic pump stops, just to top it off. Little tip there.
Good to know. And it keeps the water clean.
Yep. Integrated water filtration. Comes with 2 filters and a filter box, designed to keep things pure while you're soaking.
So we've got the tech, the design, bubble jets, temperature control, durability, easy setup, filtration. Okay, so what does this all mean for you, the potential user? How does this stuff actually translate?
Well, if you pull back and look at the big picture, all these features, they paint a pretty clear picture. It's a product really designed for convenience, for lasting a decent amount of time, and for genuine relaxation. And it does all that while being remarkably self-contained. It's not just an inflatable pool, it's aiming to be a whole portable spa system, delivering a quality experience without the usual headaches. It's about making wellness accessible, really.
Okay, so that's the promise, the features laid out, but how does it actually hold up in the real world? Let's talk pros, cons, and maybe most importantly, what are actual customers saying about this Seizeen hot tub?
Right, the reality check. Well, starting with the overall vibe from users, it's strong, really strong. It's got a 4.6 out of 5-star rating, and that's from over 450 ratings, plus like 441 written reviews.
Wow, okay, 4.6 is high. And that many reviews gives you a pretty solid idea.
Exactly. It suggests a lot of people are genuinely happy with it.
So let's dig into the pros. What are people loving? Ease of setup seems to pop up a lot.
Yeah, definitely. We saw quotes like Kyle saying, simple setup.
And someone named Annie was really enthusiastic. Roll it out, plug it in, press bubble, and it will be inflated after 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Sounds pretty effortless.
Hina also liked that you don't need a separate compressor. The pump it comes with does the tub and the cover. So that claim seems to hold water, so to speak.
Nice one. And once it is set up, people seem happy with the heating and heat retention. Right. Kyle again, he said the heater kept the water around 103 degrees Fahrenheit consistently.
And he noted, the heat preservation effect is very good and will not decrease quickly. That lines up with the thermal cover and lid doing their job.
Makes sense. Keeps it toasty, keeps debris out. Win-win.
And those jets we talked about, the relaxing jets feature.
Yeah, people seem to like those too. Kyle's comment was interesting. Just enough bubbles to not irritate my back surgery. That's specific, helpful feedback.
Very specific. And Annie just called the jets extremely good. So yeah, it seems like that instant relaxation part is hitting the mark for users.
And the portability and convenience, that core idea that comes through too.
Yep. Leanna M. Landers said she was delighted by the portability. She even acknowledged, yeah, maybe it loses heat a bit quicker because it's inflatable.
Yeah.
But she said she's usually ready to get out by then anyway. So a fair trade-off for her for that flexibility.
That sounds practical. And here's something that really jumped out at me. Cost efficiency.
Oh yeah, this was surprising. The fishermen said they were taken aback by the minimal impact on the monthly electricity bill.
Taken aback. And it even tracked it for 2 weeks, running at $247 apparently.
Wow, 2047.
Yeah, and said electricity bills have not fluctuated.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge. If true for most people, it totally challenges the idea that hot tubs have to be energy hogs.
It really does. That could be a massive selling point, breaking down that cost barrier.
Definitely. And one last process. Anyone also mentioned getting responsive customer service. Had a small issue with an accessory, emailed them, got a quick reply and a replacement.
That's good to hear. Builds confidence in the company.
Okay, so a lot of positives stacking up.
Yeah.
But no product is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Let's flip the coin. What about the cons and important considerations, things people need to be aware of?
Right, and it's important to dig into these, see if they're minor annoyances or potential deal breakers for some. First up, capacity reality. It's listed for 3 to 5 people. But Annie said it's really enough for 4 people, and that 6 would be crowded. And a fisherman thought it was better for 2 or 3 than for 4.
Okay, so maybe 3 to 5 is a bit optimistic. Think 2 to 4 comfortably. More like a cozy group, not a party tub.
Exactly. Manage expectations there. Then there's the initial heating time. The manufacturer tips suggest adding hot water from your tap to speed things up.
Ah, okay, like giving it a head start.
Precisely. And Valerie Jimerson mentioned needing to work on faster heating methods. So it gets hot, and it stays hot pretty well once it's there, but getting it there from cold tap water takes time. A bit of planning or that hot water boost helps. It's not instant heat.
Gotcha. What else?
Minor point, but Annie suggested the plastic mat that comes with it might not be super durable. Said you might want a better one.
Okay, like a ground pad. Easy enough to swap out if needed.
Yeah. And then importantly, maintenance awareness. This isn't totally set and forget.
Right, filters need cleaning, probably water chemistry too, like any tub.
Exactly. Valerie Jimerson ran into an EO2 error, which often means filter or flow issues. She fixed it by cleaning around the filter cap and stressed clean filter. Annie also advised cleaning or replacing filters often, so basic upkeep is definitely required for it to run smoothly.
Standard stuff for pool or spa owners, but good for newcomers to know.
Yep. And finally, this one's huge, a crucial restriction.
Let me guess. California?
Bingo. The listing is very clear. This item does not ship to California. Do not order.
Wow, okay. That's a hard stop for a whole state. Wonder why that is. Regulations, maybe?
Could be energy regulations, material standards, who knows? But the point is, if you're in California, this one's unfortunately not an option.
Okay, that's a major flag. So summing up the cons, capacity is more like 2.4, initial heating takes time unless you boofed it, the included mat might be basic, regular filter cleaning is a must, and absolutely no shipping to California.
Pretty much. Seems like manageable things for most people, if you're aware of them going in. And if you don't live in California.
Right. Despite those points, the overall satisfaction seems really high. It's interesting, too, that people are already looking for extras. LED lights, cup holders, headrests.
Yeah, and matching frames are apparently available, too. It suggests people are invested, they like the core product, and want to build on it.
Okay, so we've covered features, pros, cons, customer voices. Let's bring it all together. After this deep dive, who is this Seizeen 65-inch inflatable hot tub actually for? Who should take the plunge?
Yeah, this raises an important question. For whom does this product deliver the most value? And I think it really comes down to those looking for accessible wellness, a flexible luxury that fits a modern lifestyle.
Okay, break that down for us.
All right. First, it's definitely for the relaxation seeker. Anyone just wanting that easy at-home hydrotherapy fix. Melt away stress, soothe muscles. This delivers that core benefit.
Makes sense. The primary purpose.
Second, it's clearly for the budget-conscious luxury lover. People who want the hot tub vibe, but without the huge upfront cost, the install hassle, or apparently the scary utility bills of traditional ones. That cost efficiency point is really key for this group. It makes luxury feel attainable.
Good point. Who else?
Third, the space-savvy homeowner or renter. Got limited outdoor space, value being able to move it or pack it away. This is ideal. That portability isn't just a gimmick, it's a real solution for smaller yards, decks, or people who might move. Turns almost any spot into a potential spa zone.
Okay.
Fourth, based on the capacity feedback, it's best suited for small groups and couples. If you're thinking 2, 3, maybe 4 people max for a comfortable, intimate soak, this fits the bill.
Right, not the giant party tub.
Exactly. Fifth, it's for the practical user, someone who's okay with following instructions like adding hot water initially or remembering to clean the filters. It requires a little bit of engagement. It's not zero maintenance, but it seems pretty straightforward.
Just need to be realistic about that.
Yep. And finally, and this is non-negotiable, it's for someone living outside California. Due to those shipping restrictions, that's the ultimate gatekeeper.
So relaxation seekers, budget-conscious folks, people tight on space, couples or small groups, practical users, and crucially, non-Californians. That paints a pretty clear picture. It really seems like the Seizeen 65-inch inflatable hot tub offers a surprisingly solid, easy-to-use spa experience. It does seem to deliver on that promise of accessible relaxation.
Yeah, it feels like more than just an inflatable pool. It's a whole system, pretty well thought out for convenience and getting you those wellness benefits without the traditional hurdles.
It really challenges those old barriers to owning a hot tub.
It does. And this deep dive, I think, it shows how these kinds of innovative, practical solutions can actually bring significant wellness benefits into our everyday lives. So maybe the final thought for you listening is, how could something like this, a simple, portable source of relaxation, how might that actually transform your own backyard? Or your evening wind-down routine? Or even just family time?
That's a great question to ponder. If the idea of an instant portable spa has sparked your interest after hearing all this, you can find more details about the Seizeen 65's inflatable hot tub and links to check it out or purchase it right there in the description below.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We begin to feel the fire.